Hey guys, welcome to my Supercars predictions for 2019. So we'll get straight into it. DJR Team Penske. Scott McLaughlin is a very talented driver with a very good team who have built a car designed around performance. I will be very surprised if the team and driver do not put together a very strong second half of the year. I expect him to be in the top 10 and probably fighting to defend his championship, depending on how quickly the team sort out their new Mustang. Fabian Coulthard is comparatively less talented than his teammate. He struggled in 2018 because the ZB Commodore forced Ford teams to reimagine how they set up their cars. The Mustang is designed in such a way to accommodate Coulthard's driving and setup style a bit more, which could explain why he did better than McLaughlin in the official pre-season test. I expect him to do better than 9th in the championship, which is last year's result. Tickford Racing. Chaz Mostert was very good in 2018. Like his teammates, he struggled to make the car qualify and race well, and complained about it in the various media outlets, but did far better than all of them by scoring a race win at Surfers Paradise and a couple of podiums in the second half of the year. He wound up finishing 6th in the championship from his consistency. In 2019, I expect him to do at least as well as he did in 2018. Cameron Waters struggled a lot in 2018. He was quiet about the difficulties faced by everybody in the team and goes into the new season with the same cool-headedness. The team improved their cars in the second half of the year, Waters being their only driver in the top 10 shootout at Bathurst compared to all 4 in 2017, and he managed to lift himself from 18th to finish the year in 16th in the final standings. It is difficult to say how he will perform in 2019, but at the very least he will be better than last year. Will Davison and 23 Red Racing have replaced Richie Stanaway and number 56 at Tickford. 23 Red is a new team, having been formed at the end of 2017 and having only one season of racing completed. Will is their first driver and in 2018 finished 15th in the championship. He scored 8 top 10s, which is the same number as he did in his final year at Techno Autosports in 2017. He also finished 15th that year. It would be optimistic to believe that Davison and 23 Red would do better as a Tickford car than they did as a customer team in 2018. Tickford Racing do not have a strong history of having all 4 cars do well in the same year, but at the same time the only previous time that they had 4 experienced drivers was 2013, which was a very successful year with only Alex Davison just outside the top 10 in 13th. If Will Davison doesn't do better than 15th, I expect him to at least come 15th again. Lee Holdsworth replaces Tickford legend Mark Winterbottom in the number 5 Bottle Ford. It is a chance for redemption, as Holdsworth finished 21st in the 2018 championship after a devastating year that only offered one top 10 finish in the final race of the year. The last time that he was in a Ford was in 2012, and he finished 8th in the championship. The last time that he was in a 4-car team was in 2015, and he finished 14th. It is almost certain that he will do better than 21st in the championship and score more than one top 10. Like I said for Will Davison and 23 Red, it will be optimistic to see all 4 drivers do well in 2019. Triple 8 Race Engineering. Jamie Whincup was 3rd in the 2018 championship. He had a difficult start to the year, a brief championship lead at Phillip Island, lost speed for a few rounds and then got back on top of the new ZB Commodore at Townsville. He was often in the running for a podium or race win, but just didn't have enough speed to put it together at some events. At the last few rounds of the year, he was very fast but held off trying to get good results to help his teammate win the championship. The ZB Commodore as an aerodynamic package should not be a problem now, but suspension rule changes may have affected Triple 8 a lot. Whincup is a very good driver, so if he doesn't do as well as 3rd in 2019, he will at least remain inside the top 10. Shane Van Gisbergen narrowly lost the championship to Scott McLaughlin in 2018. He suffered the same issues as Whincup, but had a strong enough start to the year to remain in title contention all year long. Team errors in pit lane cost him the momentum he needed to win the championship. I expect him to be a title contender again, but he and Triple Eight will probably need to work really hard in the second half of the year as the Mustang teams master their new car. It also remains to be seen what the effect of Craig Lowndes' full-time retirement and the withdrawal of the third Triple Eight entry will be. Erebus Motorsport. David Reynolds and the Erebus made a big step forward in 2018, going from being surprise Bathurst winners in 2017 and haphazard top 10 and podium contenders to being outside chances at race wins and almost certain repeat Bathurst winners. Reynolds has ridden the wave of improvement the team have experienced in the last 3 years. He has also been a very strong lead driver who will probably be contending for more podiums and race wins in 2019. But in terms of the championship, it may only be a slight improvement from 5th in 2018. Then again, this is the team that seems to be in the best position for winning the title, since it has been running linear spring dampers more than any other team. If any of the two Erebus drivers has a shot at the title, it's Reynolds. Anton De Pasquale was a fast and very impressive rookie in 2018. I was as shocked as anyone when he put together a Bathurst shootout lap fast enough to qualify third for the 1000k race. Heck, I was surprised that he got into the shootout at all. If De Pasquale tidies up his racing, then he will do much better than 20th in the championship, but it's a tough competition for a driver only entering his second year. Brad Jones Racing. Nick Percat had a solid 2018 to make up for a disappointing first year with BJR. He finished 10th in the championship last year. How BJR will fare with the linear spring dampers will determine whether Percat can repeat the achievements of 2018. If anything, I expect Percat to be the best performing driver in the team. Tim Slade backed Percat's 10th with a repeat 11th in the championship. Unlike Percat, Slade didn't get onto the podium in 2018. Nevertheless, it was his consistency that got him into 11th place. Slade and Percat were never too far from one another in 2018, so wherever Percat is, Slade will be nearby. Macaulay Jones makes his debut in 2019. He is the son of team owner Brad. The last time a Jones was behind the wheel of a BJR supercar was in 2008, so this has been a long time coming. I wonder if the difficulties faced by BJR might help Jones's cause, having been running linear spring dampers in the Super 2 series for the past few years. Unlike his teammates, the biggest challenge for him might be settling into the category. Let's not set expectations too high. Anything above 20th will be impressive. Gary Rogers Motorsport. Richie Stanaway replaces Garth Tander in a shock move by GRM to remain competitive in 2019. Stanaway comes fresh from a hugely disappointing rookie year with Tickford Racing in 2018, finishing 25th in the final standings. He qualified reasonably well for a rookie, but the car lacked the race pace. It isn't clear who the lead driver at GRM is this year, but Stanaway has the engineer that ran with Lee Holdsworth, Scott McLaughlin and Garth Tander. Nevertheless, he is less experienced with the team than his teammate. I expect a difficult first half of the year, and then he'll start getting solid results in the second half, maybe somewhere around 18th in the championship. James Golding will no longer benefit from having a veteran teammate to learn from, but this year has a fellow young gun to compete against. Like I said before, it is hard to say who is in the best position for race results out of the two drivers. I'd say that Gary will expect Golding to continue with his late season performances and improve his ability over 2019 to the point where he can frequently sneak into the top 10. He scored the 18th most points in late 2018 on his way to 22nd in the championship, so I'd start counting from there. Personally, I'd expect Golding to do just a little bit better than Stanaway, either in 16th or 17th in the championship. Walkinshaw Andretti United. Scott Pye comes into 2019 with some great momentum. Since joining the team in 2017, he has been outperforming his champion teammate. While a pre-season test counts for little, it showed how easily Wow showed speed. I expect Pye to be a top 10 contender in the 2019 championship. Whether he can improve on 2018's result, 7th in the championship, will depend on how the team handle the linear spring dampers. James Courtney enters 2019 as the oldest driver in the series. He is the oldest driver in the championship since Bob Jane in 1969. He will turn 39 this year, as Jane was for much of 69. Courtney had a big improvement in 2018 over the previous season, finishing 14th compared to 21st. Often he was turning out some of the fastest laps in the field, but mechanical issues kept him down the order. If the team can sort them out, Courtney will be closer to Pye, if not in front of him. I expect him to be a little closer to the top 10 by the end of the year. Kelly Racing. Rick Kelly reminded everybody in 2018 that it was the car and not him that was the problem. He broke through for a win, his last being in 2011. He also backed it up with a bunch of podiums, including at the brand new Tail and Bend circuit, and then petered off towards the end of the year, but managed to hold on to 8th in the championship. If anybody will lead the Nissan squad in 2019, it's Kelly. He expects the car to be more consistent, and as soon as the team solve the issues that they encountered at the pre-season test, he'll be back in the top 10. Maybe he'll still be in the top 10 in 2019, but I don't expect him to do much better than 8th in the championship. Andre Heimgartner proved to be a suitable replacement for Todd Kelly. For much of the year, he was in the mid-pack, but when he started racing for his career, he scored 3 top 10s in a row in the last 3 races, and was in the top 10 shootout in the last 2 rounds. He'll be looking to build from that in the new year, and I expect him to do better than his 2 other teammates. I think that he'll finish either 17th, as he did in 2018, or better. Simona Di Silvestro enters her 3rd and final year of her current contract with Kelly Racing. She was slightly better in her 2nd year, finishing 23rd in the championship. If she is to secure not only a future in the category, but a good seat, she will have to do much better. I expect her to continue to improve, but I'm not confident that she'll break into the top 20. 2016 Super 2 champion Gary Jacobson finally gets into the main game, but at the cost of Michael Caruso. While Gary was a good driver in Super 2, he'll have to show that he can get good results in the main game. The category seems to be bursting at the seams with talent. Jacobson's first goal should be to do better than fellow 2019 rookie Macaulay Jones, and at least not come last in the championship. Team 18. Mark Winterbottom signs up with his dream team in 2019. He gave Charlie Schwerko a list of everything that he wanted, and Schwerko delivered. Now, all that has to happen is that Winterbottom performs well in the races. Everybody has their eyes on this team in 2019. The goals will be simple. Finish higher than 21st in the championship, as Holdsworth did in 2018. Score more than 1 top 10, then score more than 10 top 10s, as Winterbottom did. Try to finish higher than 12th in the championship, and then aim for the podium. While all eyes are on the team, I don't think the expectations are very high. Personally, I think they'll finish around 15th in the championship. Surprise me, please. Techno Autosports. It is a mixed bag for Jack LeBrock in 2019. The team loses a star engineering and management lineup, and gains a year-long sponsorship package, and finds team owner Jonathan Webb as manager. LeBrock won the Rookie Cup in 2018, finishing 19th in the championship with 5 top 10s. If the car isn't any better than it was in 2018, LeBrock will probably push it higher than 19th. If the car is somehow better, then good luck to the team. If they do as well as Will Davison did in 2017, 15th in the championship and 8 top 10s, then I would call it a good year. Matt Stone Racing. It will be a year of unknowns that Todd Hazelwood will face in 2019. Even with a single year under his belt, the FGX Falcon and VF Commodore that he campaigned in his rookie season won't have helped him a lot when it comes to learning the ZB Commodore and linear spring damper package. The 888 Technical Alliance will probably help them a lot, but only as soon as they themselves work it out. Hazelwood finished last in the 2018 championship, so if he does better than that, then I'd call it an improvement. Okay, those are my predictions. I don't claim to be right all the time, but in fact, the last couple of years I've made misjudgments about what could possibly happen. Like in 2017, I didn't expect Scott McLaughlin to be as good as he was at the start of the year. and in 2018 I was drawn into the hype of Lee Holdsworth in 2018, and it really didn't work out for that team that year. Alright, see you in the next Supercars video. It'll be a proper one next time, in the next month. Yep. Alright, see ya.